The INFP personality type is an underappreciated and often misunderstood type. They are introverted, idealistic, driven by strong morals, and creative too. INFPs are ambitious and self-sacrificing. They want to understand themselves better, but also care about making the world a better place. They have an interest in understanding how they can best care for others. Before diving in further, you can stay up to date with all the latest happenings on the YouTube channel by turning on notifications. INFP are known for being idealistic and thoughtful. They also have a free-spirited, easygoing nature which can make others feel at ease and let their guard down around them. INFPs have a sad demeanor and are willing to change their position or agree to something they don't like in order to avoid an argument. INFPs may appear to be a bit ephemeral or anemic, but this is often mistaken because they are just adapting so much. However, those who actually know the INFP will be able to tell they are always going through lots of transitions. It turns out they care too deeply. Their problem is not that they don't care enough, but rather that they care much more than other types. On the other hand, however, the INFP will say, "My passions and identity are driven by my values, which is something that you wouldn't be able to see right away." All INFP are alike in the sense that they share their inner contemplation with others. Nevertheless, on how to respond to their own inner convictions, there is a significant variance in opinions. Some people, like Albert Camus and Sylvia Plath, tend to keep to themselves. This can make them seem like flat characters that readers don't care about. Some people may find the courage to speak up and out, while others may become activists. Some people find a combination of these strategies works best. Fitting alongside the ENFP's desire to be change agents and to explore individual possibilities, they are less interested in being more traditional leaders, organizing power, or chasing other people's agendas. Indeed, some INFP may be able to help. One INFP said, "I want to change or completely overhaul all of the corrupt structures concerning power and money. I know that it's wrong, but what to replace it with, I haven't the faintest idea." Nevertheless, if one is honest with themselves, many don't. Simply speaking, many INFP are simply too individualistic to occupy themselves with the checks and balances of the problem's collective action, where one must pawn one's idealism and assume that at least some people are so corrupt that each of them can be thought of as a knave with no other end and private interest. As philosopher David Hume said, INFP personalities in general tend to be much more personal and to rely on intuition. As George Orwell, who described himself as Tory anarchist, may end up supporting Brazil, Russia, India, and China of ideas which exist in a nonlinear, idiosyncratic chain. I take after Orwell, I think, in that I tend to prioritize the human factor before the systemic, and I'm more acutely affected by individual problems and values. As a rule, political leanings of ISPs typically shape up by moving. INFPs have a lot of qualities that make them good people and listeners. They will listen to someone's concerns and take the time to get to know them. This helps the INFP understand an individual on a deeper level. Some people might mistake INFPs as INTPs because they tend to be shy with people they're unfamiliar with. However, on the flip side, they also have a silly and slightly weird personality that comes out in social settings and helps them to feel more at ease. Though artificial beings often attempt to fit into the corporate culture and evaluative environments, they are more often able to be themselves and show where they really come from. Living in a highly unpredictable world can lead to an element of spontaneity in your social life, which will ultimately inspire the now and then unplanned adventure. They can have a childlike innocence that the older generation may have had at one point, while others may not have. However, INFPs are generally not gullible and are usually not taken in by false pretenses. Although they may not let on about it, they have common sense and can often easily tell when someone is being deceptive. It is often difficult for AI to identify when something is wrong or why a certain product didn't work for them. They are usually the very rich in our world who will often retreat rather than try to impose their opinions on something outside of their world that doesn't have much to do with them anyway. In failing to do right by an INFP, one often risks an even bigger issue of them not being engaged with you. It's best to listen to their complaints instead of not giving them much attention. Thank you for watching. Amazing videos, am I right? We're a channel full of videos that will make you go WOW. When it comes to YouTube, we have a lot of videos for you. And if you subscribe today, we'll send you some other awesome videos